So it's the new year, and just like so many other people, I know that you are making plans to Japan, but you're not sure how to go about it. And I'm pretty sure you must have also done your research and you have seen or come across somehow that Germany offers free education. But do you also know that you're able to study and get paid here? If you've never heard about that before, that is called an Ausbildung. So in this video, I want to talk about the step-by-step process of the application for an Ausbildung, especially if you're applying from anywhere from Africa, basically anywhere in the world. So an Ausbildung is a system here in Germany where you get to learn a trade and then you go to a vocational school and you do this skill at your place of work and you get paid for it. The first thing that you really need to do is identify your interest. In what fields do you want to do this Ausbildung in? Are you someone who is into fixing things? You enjoy electricals? Those sort of things make you happy to break things and fix them together? Then best believe that something engineering would be the best for you, okay? Like an Ausbildung in engineering field would be the best for you. Or are you someone that really loves to cater to people? Then you certainly know where you belong. And then another thing too is your background. So while Ausbildung is not only for people who are starting afresh, it is also suitable for career changers as well. So if you're coming from a marketing background and you feel for some reason that you want to do an Ausbildung in your marketing field and you want to do something more hands-on, because like I said, the university is more heavily theoretical compared to the Ausbildung. So if you feel like you don't have enough working experience in the marketing field because you studied in university for 2 years, maybe you did a master's there, and you want to do more hands-on, then you could actually decide to go into an Ausbildung in the marketing field. Or you can totally decide to, study something differently, which to be honest, I would recommend, okay? Now, the third factor that you should consider here would also be demand. Take for instance, you love to make hair. That is your passion, that is your interest. You have to look at the big picture. In Germany, yes, there are different Ausbildung, a lot of them. There's Ausbildung even to clean apartments. But you have to ask yourself, this is something that would really put food on your table, because honestly, not all Ausbildung pay the same. Some pay more than the others. So this is something that you must put into consideration and, check out what is actually in demand, okay? So that's another factor that you need to put into consideration. And the last factor here would be where you are in life at the time. So for example, you are a mom or you are an intending mom and you've seen your schedule and you know that, okay, even though you want to do a course like this or you want to train in a field like this, you would really want some time for your kids, because there are some people who can't stand shifts or who can't stand to work on the weekends. So you could use that phase of your life as a benchmark or as a deciding factor as to what kind of Ausbildung you want to do. So I really hope you understand the point I'm trying to make. So here are 4 factors that you need to consider while you are choosing your Ausbildung position. Now, when we have that out of the way, the next step is to actually prepare our documents. Now, this is one frequently asked question that I get all the time. What documents do I need for me to apply for an Ausbildung in Germany? So there are a couple of them. The first one is your German language certificate. So just in case you never knew, Ausbildung is not done in English language. Unlike the masters, where we have lots and tons of programs in English language, it doesn't work like that in Ausbildung, okay? So for the vocational training, you need a German language B2, whether you're applying from within Germany or you're applying from outside of Germany. This video, however, is even for those who are applying from outside. So it is a B2 German language certificate is the standard for it, okay? And for the purpose of this, you need to start from the ground up. So if you have never had any knowledge of German language, you've never been to a German language school, a German language class, then you must begin from A1 and climb up to A2 and then B1 before you get to B2. It doesn't work like IELTS where you just, as an English speaker, go in to write the exam. No. This one, you have to go for classes beforehand and then go ahead to write the exam. And I have a recommendation for you. If you're starting from the ground up, when you get to B1, I would recommend that you take an exam, test yourself just to have an idea of what the exams look like before you go ahead to write the B2 exam when you're ready. That way, it doesn't come as a surprise. You're already accustomed to how these exams work. Now, your CV must be in German language as well, okay? And this CV is the German standard CV. I'm going to try to leave a couple of screenshots here on the screen, so that's exactly how it should look like. most of the time there is a debate of whether or not you should have your photo on the CV. I would always recommend that because it does look professional. So many people don't, and it works for them, but that's actually German standard. A lot of Germans do that. So I would recommend that you put your photo there, take a really nice, good looking picture in the studio, and have it there on your CV. The next is your motivation letter. So your motivation letter is supposed to show how motivated you are. I know that's tautology, but you get the point. And auf Deutsch, it's called they call it the Motivationsschreiben or Werbungsschreiben or Anschreiben. Yeah, you can refer to it either way. So right now we're going to be talking about the cover letter, and I have created 5 paragraphs that would indeed help you. And the first paragraph here should be your decision. Why are you applying for this Ausbildung? Why are you interested in it? Why this company? Let them know the reason why, okay? That's the first paragraph. And the second paragraph here would be your real experience. Have you gathered any form of experience in this field before, either through practicum, which is an internship, or through your previous studies, or through a job you must have done, maybe a part-time job, or even a full-time job that you must have done, something that gives you an edge or something you are learning. So let me give you an instance. If you're trying to apply to be a nurse, for example, or a Pflegefachmann or Pflegefachfrau, and in your home country you have assisted with some sort of medical outreach, maybe you supported a team of doctors or a team of nurses to administer some sort of vaccines, just any medical related experience that you might have would certainly work best here in this part of the motivation letter. Another example too could be IT. So if you're trying to find a Stelle or a position in an IT firm, take for instance you want to do an IT in software Entwicklung, okay, and you already have an idea of coding, you know how to code, you're learning how to code, this would be a very great place, a very great paragraph to put that in, okay? Just let it shine. And just in case I forgot to mention this, your German CV shouldn't be more than 2 pages long. I don't care what you're writing, but you're not applying for a senior role or anything, rather you're applying to start a new career. So I hope you get my drift. And for the cover letter as well, the max you should have is 2 pages and not even 2 long pages. Your sweet spot is actually a page. But if for some reason you want to go overboard, then 2 pages is pardonable. Hi, I'm really sorry to interrupt what you're watching, but I figured out that while watching this video you must have been carried away and you've forgotten to subscribe. Please do that right now so you don't forget. Thank you. Now you can carry on. Now the next one will be transferable skills, the next paragraph. Peradventure you don't have any experience, you haven't done any internship, you're not learning anything exactly as far as this new profession goes, then you can bring in your transferable skills. What have you done in your previous work history? What have you done in your current career that you can help you? So take for example, you want to go into healthcare and you're coming from the hospitality section, like you worked as a waiter or you worked as a receptionist, okay? Bring those skills that make you shine in those roles or that made you shine in those roles into the particular profession you're going into. So for example, you can bring in skills like being an active listener or being a good communicator, because there is no way that you'd be a receptionist and you cannot communicate properly. And if you've not had any career, so to speak, and this is like your first career, then talk about your capability, talk about what you're able to do, okay? Talk about the fact that you are an active listener, for example, you're very resourceful. Just convince them. That's the point of this whole thing. There are certainly a lot of skills, so many of them, that you can transfer to the career, okay? So search yourself and know what skills would actually make you shine through in this application and have them listed in this particular section, okay? So the next paragraph would be for you to show dependability. It would be really nice for you to highlight any previous roles you must have had where people had to trust you or where people had to depend on you for something. Take for example, you're a teacher. How are you able to handle your students when they get at you? So basically they just want to know how dependable you are and how reliable you are. So do your best to wow them in this paragraph. So now the last but not the least paragraph is your strongest motivation. Why should we allow you come into our company and work for the next 3 years? So you have to let them know maybe why you admire this profession. Maybe you have a family member who is in that profession and you just admire them and you'd really love to be a part of it. Just convince them. That's the summary of all of this, and let them know that at the end of the day, your decision to study this Ausbildung is not based on fantasy, but based on real life. Now, the next document needed for your application will be your secondary school leaving certificate. For West African countries, we use WAEC. and it's your WAEC that you would use for this purpose. Ensure that you have it translated by a certified German translator, not ChatGPT, not by yourself, but by a certified German language translator. And at the end of the day, make sure that it is also recognized before you can apply. So now let's talk about strategic application for your Ausbildung. Ausbildung starts twice a year, okay? We have the one that starts in Frühling and the one that starts in fall or late summer, okay? As a matter of fact, different companies start at different times. So you can either see a company that starts in February, March, April, or you see a company that starts August, September, or October. It really depends on the schedule, but there is no exact month that you see this is the same for everywhere in Germany, no. Therefore, if you're looking to apply anywhere from February to April, then ensure to apply at least a year in advance, because let me tell you the truth, most spots are filled up 6 months to 12 months before time. So the earlier you put in your application, the better for you. So you get the point. Ensure to apply as early as possible, especially if you come from a country like Nigeria that delays visa. As a matter of fact, I have a video talking about the best time to apply, and I'm going to be linking it somewhere in this video. Do well to check it out. It will be very informative for you, and it will help you decide when the best time for you to apply is. So now that we've got the timing of application out of the way, let's go ahead to talk about where to find an Ausbildung application. I want to let you know that applying for an Ausbildung is very similar to applying for a job, okay? Because see the documents I mentioned earlier on. You are going to find them on several job portals. I'm going to have them linked here on the screen. Feel free to take a screenshot, navigate this website, okay? And with the documents that I have mentioned, once you have them ready, application will be a walkover for you, literally, okay? When that is out of the way, you have to plan for an interview. This is another reason why you need the German language B2. I see a lot of comments from people on my videos asking if they can study the German language here and write the exam after they have come to Germany for the Ausbildung. It doesn't even work that way, because you need that German language to even carry out or successfully partake in an interview with the company that would hire you. You're not going to have that interview in English. They're going to interview you and they're going to find out your motivation. So prepare around questions like who you are, basic introduction of who you are, and you know where you're from, what you've done in terms of like your job history, work history, or what you're currently doing at the moment. You would likely be asked about your strengths and weaknesses, and also how you'll be able to support their team with your strengths. And the next thing you're going to expect is the why questions. So you see all of those points that you made in your motivation letter, have them in your head, because they're going to ask you why this company, why this field. So ensure that you answer confidently, okay? Don't answer like you are scared of anything, because truly this is your motivation. This is the reason why you want to do this Ausbildung, right? So let them know right now, okay? This is the time for them to know that. Don't be scared. Your German may not be where you want it to be, but hey, they don't expect perfection, to be honest. It is confidence over perfection. If you are confident, even if you make 1 or 2 grammatical mistakes or your tenses, they will totally understand it, because they know that learning the German language is not easy, especially when you're in Ausland. But when you come here, it's definitely going to get better. And also, a lot of times they would even advise you to use the remaining time before maybe your visa is ready to practice more German, okay? So don't worry if your German is not up there yet. So my friend, that's that about that. With that, we've actually come to the end of this video. And also, if you have any concerns, any questions, you want me to help you to apply for Ausbildung here, you know, all of that good stuff, do well to write me a DM on Instagram or send an email, and let's take it up from there. And leave any concerns and comments you have down there in the comments. And I'm going to see you in the next video. And I really hope that this video give you lots of value. I hope it has answered all your questions, or if not all, most of your questions. So this is an invitation to you right now to drop any other questions that you have in the comment section, and I'll be more than glad to answer them, okay? And just as this video has blessed you, has been beneficial to you, I am very certain that you have gained a lot from this video. So I would like for you to do the Lord's work, do the needful. Share this video with someone out there, because you are helping somebody, okay? As you have gotten that value, this value today, you need to extend it to your neighbor. Share it with someone, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Do well to binge watch my other videos regarding Ausbildung and any other thing that you want to know about life in Germany. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next one.